Hello Morris, welcome. Let's shut off the browser first. Just load the game, it's gonna take about a minute anyway. So, today we'll be playing some more KCD and we are going across the finish line. The sieging army at Tallenberg is constructing the trebuchet, which means that we just need to wait a little bit. Now, there are several things we could do. We could just go somewhere first, which I don't hate that idea. I think we should check out Trevislovitz. Maybe try to construct the church, because that's one of the things I wanted to do. So let's head this way. Now, if we come across any bandits, we might have to kill them. Time for Henry to complete his adventure and become the Genghis Khan of Bohemia. At least not Trevislovitz. That's what Cuman would have done. No, it's the same horse. It wasn't dead, it just knocked unconscious when you shoot at yourself. Apparently the game knows. Humans. I think they will lose to the guards.
Kurwa fix.
Not sure I shot. Okay.
The answer to my prayer, just when I wanted to vent my rage on something.
Can I kill him?
Dead.
Yeah. Is this fair game? Looks like yes. We will need the money to fund the church, I think. So we should just collect the things.
Hey! Mother of God!
The people you just killed. Why are you spooked? Spooky. Yeah. Imagine that. Who is there? What's that? It's just suddenly God has been spawned into the world for the first time. Completely confused. Now I hope none of this is gonna count as a crime. We'll see. Sometimes the game is a little bit buggy, so I wouldn't be surprised by that. Poor guy, he's starting his isekai adventure. No. I'm getting a saber. And I think we might have suffered a hit. Let's just repair. Yeah, okay. He's apparently fighting someone before. Armor skates, blacksmith skates, tailor skates. Might actually want a new one, yeah. Okay, you should go left, which means this way. Left. There is the merchant. Should go and sell our things. Shows the armor. Let's check him out.
I'm at your service tonight. Good luck then.
No repairs. Trading.
See you later.
Does he sell anything remotely useful? Probably not. 21 pauldrons. I think I have. Basically the same thing. Let's just sell the cumin stuff first. Cats are in the room, by the way, so if you hear any noise, yeah, we have pauldrons that have 23 armor. It doesn't look like he sells anything useful. Horse's head. Armor. Do we want that? I don't feel like we want that. I'm not using him for combat anyway. Do poor cats need attention? No. They just want to cause mayhem. It has nothing to do with attention. You can play with them for 2 hours and they would still annoy you. Just a way of life. The hairless ape cannot be allowed to do anything else. Regardless if the hairless ape has fed you or played with you for hours on end. No. It's not how life works. Is that? Yeah, you have to judge people again.
Rook and Lumia, a known pair of troublemakers. Fighting again, are you? What's it this time?
Rook is a filthy, thieving magpie.
This bastard is a fucking liar.
That you can insult each other in your own time, not mine. What happened?
As you know, Master Bailiff, I've got a daughter, and this Rook here has a son. And like you'd expect, the son is as much of a beast as his old man. He put a belly on my girl, and then turned his back on her.
A likely tale you
Once the YouTube money starts rolling in, hire a cat sitter. Yeah, that would not work. It's my destiny to take care of the cats myself.
This thieving bastard stole my cow too.
Enough swearing. One at a time and settle down.
Also, YouTube money is highly unlikely. Because even if I get 2,000 subs on my main channel, it's gonna instantly get demonetized, I think.
Tell me more about your daughter.
Pretty as a picture, and a good lass, though a little flighty. She had her head turned by that coxcomb, and he put her in the family way, and then he wouldn't marry her. And who else would take her with a youngster? So we agreed on a cow in compensation.
That much is true. Only, I'm sure you'll agree, Master Bailiff, where there's no honor to lose, there's nothing to compensate. A girl that runs off with some wandering jester.
What could she do when she couldn't show her face in public? That's what you paid for.
I've heard enough to know how things really stand. A bargain is a bargain, whatever unforeseen may happen. The cow belongs to Lumiere.
Thank you, sir. I never doubted your wisdom.
You call that justice? I won't stay another minute in a village where the bailiff takes a hand in daylight robbery.
It was a good decision. She's no longer here. She ran off with a jester. Okay, 33,000. I think we can manage the upgrades, all of them. Where is it? I have to give them, yes, 7,000. Go and find her. It's like a plausible quest. Very creepy quest. He's gonna have to bring a string. Let's build something.
Certainly.
What is it gonna be? The only remaining thing.
Let's start repairing the church.
Right. That should do it.
Seems to have run off far
Got
away.
everything we
The place
need
called
to start.
Rubia, yeah, clearly.
Come with me.
And some guy called the Bitcher has her. Has all the bitches.
We're gonna build here?
Right here.
I'm ready.
I'll just... We've got what we...
So, basic repairs. Gonna do the advanced ones immediately. Okay, yeah. The tower. And the roof.
I want to build.
Certainly.
Let's finish fixing up the church.
Let's go to the site.
The ultimate battle. Warmonger Henry of Skelet versus the Pimpin Picture King of Riviera. Yeah. Let's just add these characters to Mario Bros. Just let them fight it out.
We're gonna build here?
Indeed. Can we begin?
I think who would win? I think Henry would just one-shot Geralt. He would be just flailing around. I'm not sure actually. But sounds plausible. You could probably make them in Soul Calibur.
I'm ready.
I'll just... We've still...
Okay, the cats have decided that it has been enough play, so now they want to settle here on my lap. I'm gonna impede my ability to control things. Geraldo is already there, so just make a weird ex-peasant with heavy armor and you're done. Yeah, basically, right? Ah, so the cats are just causing mayhem. I need to consider if I need to throw them out. Just a minute. Okay, so yeah, I had to remove them from the premises. It's fine. If they calm down, I'm gonna have to let them back. So the church is fixed up, right? Purple is still some things to get. Yeah, we don't have the frescoes yet. And the altar. So that means I'm gonna have to get that. Is there another ruling? It doesn't look like it. Which is actually good. Okay.
I want to build.
Certainly.
We should have the church painted. It ought to be grand, with exquisite ornament. We're gonna build here?
Yes.
I'm ready.
I'll just quickly check. We've got what we...
Did Henry just paint his own freaking story on the church walls? Yeah, it looks like it. Oh, there's still the altar. And after we get that, we'll also need a freaking rat house, I think. So we'll see.
I want to build.
So...
It's time the church had a new altar. It's not the house.
Very well. Come along with me, so they don't...
Let's take a look at the crate. 11k. I think the rat house is gonna be a little more expensive. Can we see oh yeah, extended rat house. It's 9,000. Church has upkeep. It's not great. How to keep the rodents? Yeah. Well, in Czech it would be a different word. It's just the English calls it rat house.
We're gonna build here?
Indeed. Can we begin?
I'm ready.
I'm not sure why they're using the German word, yeah.
All good. We can start construction.
Well, German was common at the time. I mean, Bohemia was part of the empire, integral part of the Holy Roman Empire, and the official language in most places would be German, I think. At least for the nobles and such. Hey, I'm back. It's just since everybody seems to be speaking Czech in this game, like, why would you have that? We have a word for that. We don't call it rat house. Doing fine. Don't tell funny mustache man that. Or I had to, yeah. He did.
I want to build some.
Certainly.
He did, didn't he? Let me just... No. Let's just take a look at the stuff we have left. 9.3k. Okay, that's enough.
I want to build.
Certainly.
I need a bathhouse. So we can evolve and become large casa.
That should do it. We've got everything we need to start building.
And also for Morris to have his bathhouse winches. Unfortunately, it's not meant to be. You cannot make a bathhouse in Přibyslavec. Krysa domácnost! Krysa is a rat and domácnost is dwelling. But no, the Czech word for it is actually radnice. Simple as that. Yeah. I mean, it sounds like a rat house almost, but it's distinctly not that.
We're gonna build here?
So, you know,
Indeed.
the game wanted to be smart, I guess.
I'm ready.
I'll just quickly check again that we have everything we need. We've got what we need. Let's get to work.
It's gonna be everything built up, apart from the alchemy workbench, which I'm not even sure we want. And they would maybe call it I think there is an old Czech word for it as well, for radnice, but they would call it rechta. That's where the bailiff is. Like, sometimes that would be two different things, I believe, because some cities were royal and some of them were noble, and some of them were like controlled by guilds of merchants or council of wealthy townspeople, and they would have meetings and such. Basically a mayor, but it's like 12 people, and that would be called, like, the place where they would have the bailiff is Richter. Because bailiff is actually Richter. Look at how Lord Lehenler looks in his poorly textured house. You can't say the word anymore. Why not? I'm sure I can. It's probably nothing too triggering. Where is he? Here. How are we doing?
So, how am I doing with the village?
Let's see. The village's income is very good. Sir Divish will be pleased. The village is big enough now. Sir Divish can bring in more people if he wants, and start expanding as he was planning. You've finished converting the church. It's magnificent. Excellent work. So, you've done everything Sir Divish charged you with.
Great. So the job is done. All we have to do is report to Sir Divish.
Say it out loud a couple of times. It's suspiciously close to D-tart. Which word is that? It's not the Richter or Richter, right? It's something else. I completely missed. Gonna have to be more transparent. Okay, let's head back. Oh, we have another ruling. Let's do that.
What's the matter here?
This bitch here tried to kill me. Have her clapped in the stocks where she belongs.
That's not true, Master Bailiff, sir. He got drunk, like he always does, and ate who knows what kind of slop somewhere.
You know very well what it was what poisoned me. You're trying to get rid of me and don't think I don't know it.
Enough. One at a time. Tell me what happened. What makes you think she tried to poison you?
She hates me.
It's explained on the relative safety of Discord. Okay.
Take the farm.
I'm gonna take a
I
look.
can see it in her eyes. She's just wishing for the day I'm dead. But she'll never see it.
You can see it in her eyes? Okay, chop off her face. No, that's not how law
My
works.
own home? You useless ale-swilling pig. Have you forgotten who got you a roof over your head?
Just look at her, sir. You can see for yourself what a harpy she is. I came home after 1 or 2 ales at the tavern, ate my supper, what was left on the table for me, and went to bed. And in the morning, I woke up with my guts in agony. My head was on fire. I thought my last hour had come. If it wasn't for the old herb woman, she'd already have me in the ground.
Have you forgotten the part about battering me and throwing up in the doorway?
Shut your mouth, you whore.
Yeah.
Good wife, tell me your side of the story.
Sir, that beast is good for nothing but drinking away my dowry with his cronies. If he puts his hand to a flail at all, it's only to beat me with it. We were thrown out of the farm near Ledechko that I got as a dowry, because this fool let it go to ruin and got us into debt too.
They threw us out because you wouldn't back me up to the bailiff.
Because I couldn't hold my head up if I lied to cover your useless arse.
That's got nothing to do with you poisoning me.
He boozes from morning till night and beats me. Says I don't take good enough care of him. And all he does is sit on his ass expecting me to run around cooking and cleaning for him. And now he wants to drive me out of the village, saying I tried to kill him. What would I do then?
Find out more. Tell me about the poisoning.
Tell me about how you were poisoned. As you
Best husband 1403 confirmed.
Bowl of
Yeah.
cabbage soup and a pitcher of wine on the table. So I had it and went to bed. I woke up in the early hours and had to run to the outhouse. Spewing from both ends I was. I was burning up so much you could light a torch off me. And this witch here laughing up her sleeve. She wouldn't even call the herb woman for me.
If I had to call the herb woman every time you get boozed up, she might as well move in with us.
When I was writhing in agony on the ground, I heard her say clear as day, "Ha! You got what was coming to you."
Is that true?
No, he's lying.
What do you think happened, good wife?
Nothing what hasn't been 100 times before. He was crooked as a bishop again, and I could already hear him in the courtyard, retching and spewing. I had his supper waiting on the table, because otherwise there'd be hell to pay. Only there's no pleasing the pig. Where's the meat? And what have you. And when I told him God's honest truth that there's no meat, 'cause he drank all our money away, he laid into me like a madman.
Yeah, domestic
What was all
abuse.
you got? What was less than you
Clearly.
deserved for your evil tongue?
I ran off and hid in the barn till he'd calmed down. When I could hear him snoring like a pig, I came inside again. After a while he started throwing up and he was spewing till dawn. Who knows what he ate when he was boozed up? Or it was the booze itself done it.
And what about the herb woman?
I went for her in the end.
The guard says it's no longer domestic.
Some wormwood potion.
Public.
I could have done that myself for nothing. And then he claimed I poisoned him.
I mean, this is pretty clear.
I've heard enough. You, farmer, won't touch another drop of booze, or I'll leave you in the stocks to dry out. And if you raise your hand to your wife again, I'll take a bludgeon to you.
But a drink or two?
No buts.
What?
There'll be no half measures with you.
That's his response.
Mr. Bailiff, thank you 1,000-fold. You're a wise and just man.
The reputation lost. It's their own dispute. I should have not interfered. This is medieval way of dealing with things. But whatever. We've tried to be reasonable. But the game says no. It's alright. It's not like it really matters. It's just... yeah. I hope they don't kill each other. That could happen. I think that would have happened when if I left them to their own devices, basically. medieval way is telling the woman to suck it, since she doesn't have any rights yet. Yeah, clearly. I mean, that's what the game wanted me to do. I mean, I suspect he was just sick from the freaking cabbage that was sitting, cabbage soup sitting on the table for the whole day and night. I wouldn't trust it. I doubt it was a poison, but you know, who cares about what's right? It was not about shilling to care about women's rights in medieval period. That's not what that was about for me. It's just I try to find who's actually responsible, but it seems like the game says no. Duty of a judge is to be impartial, even if it's telling them that you are not doing anything. Yeah, I'm not doing it. That's the worst ruling ever, though. That disappoints absolutely everyone. I mean, somebody needs to have somebody part chopped off, right? If they went through all the trouble to bring that matter in front of you, you might as well just put executioner as well. You need to think of the little guys. Let's go to the siege camp and hope that it's already constructing the trebuchet. I mean, Przemysław said that, yeah, some time has passed. Oh yeah, the trebuchet is ready. It's not like completely massive.
Now, let's see how strong those walls are.
Let it rip!
That was just the first shot. The trebuchet has to be calibrated. That's perfectly normal. I'll have the range in no time.
Just roll up with the ladders and torches. They worked fine for the Romans. Yeah, clearly. There's a drawbridge though. And the castle is built on a rough terrain. So ladders would be difficult.
Move. Move. God damn it, I have to get to Sir Divish. Sir, they're coming. There's no time.
Someone bring water. Breathe, man. You'll be all right. Who's coming?
There's an army on the way. And they're carrying the colors of Havel Medic of Valdek. And they're very close.
Havel Medic? He's surely not coming to help us.
Not that bastard. I have a score to settle with him.
Alright. I completely forgot this was gonna happen. It's alright, it's not a long engagement, I don't think.
Gentlemen, Toth's reinforcements are about to descend on us.
That swine.
How many men?
We don't know exactly, but there are many, and they will probably be here by dawn.
So soon? How is it that we knew nothing about this before?
The whole land is in chaos. It's a wonder we can find out anything at all.
If they attack from the rear...
We'd be finished, just as Toth has been planning.
The sneaky weasel.
He's been one step ahead of us the whole time.
Not this time, though.
What are you thinking?
Robard, how do you think the weather will be tomorrow?
Well, sir, if my joints don't deceive me, and they rarely do, it'll rain. It'll rain buckets.
Here. We'll make a stand here, I and Radzig's men. You will wait until they charge us, and then strike them from the rear. Here, and here. If we succeed, we'll have it over and done with.
Robert Groschenmann. Groschenmann, yeah.
It might just work.
He's the weatherman.
Someone in the encampments in case they do come out of Talberg.
A few men will be all I need.
Well, that depends on whether you can hold out. We don't even know how many there are.
We will hold out.
I'll give the orders to my men.
We will be ready.
The weatherman who hollows out at least 2 people's skulls with a mace on each episode of what's gonna be the weather tomorrow.
My part in the battle, sir. I wanted to go with the Skalitz men.
I need more than that from you.
More, sir?
If we can't hold out at the quarry, we're finished. You, I, Hanish, and Radzik. And since Hanish is commanding the flank attack, Radzik is captive and I'm wounded, Captain Robard will be leading on the field.
Of course. Who better?
There's no question Robard's a good commander. But many of the men will be from Skalitz. We need someone there who knows them and has their respect.
Sir?
I mean you.
But that is... I want to be in the vanguard.
Now hear me well, Henry.
Yeah, I did kill like 40 men in the castle when we tried to sneak in yesterday.
If the first human you meet runs you through, it won't be good for morale. Not to mention that Radzik would have my guts for garters. In the battle, you and a group of Skalitz men will be concealed in the woods over the road.
But sir, I think I should...
Quiet! Don't underestimate the task I'm setting. You'll have to keep nervous men on a short rein and not attack too soon. And then conduct the attack on the rear so fiercely and quickly that the foe has no chance to react. If the line should start to break, we need someone with their head firmly on their shoulders to keep control of the men.
Very well, sir.
That's what I like to hear. When you're ready, go and join the Skalitz men. They'll be mustering in the woods above the road to Rete.
Okay. I mean, let's do it. There's nothing else, most likely.
And if there's one thing we pride ourselves on in Talmberg, is that we defend the honor of our ghost. Yeah.
I probably should take this shortcut.
Yeah.
What's our saver snaps at? Two. Okay. Come on, hide. You are so bad at life. Okay, gonna have to take some potions. And eat some food.
Just a little longer. Hold. Hold. Oh, fuck. Not yet. My God.
Caveman noises. Why?
They were expecting us! First troops to the bridge! Break through! Vanguard! To the left! And the rest, come with me! We'll flank the bastards!
Okay.
Charge! Grind those!
Polearms are dangerous, but you should be able to take care of them. This guy's very well armored. I already stabbed him a couple of times. Alright. He's not dead yet. Okay, I think we are waiting on that one guy to get up and get stabbed. Where is he? Should have brought a Toyota. Much better in combat situations than forts. Can only imagine. Come on, just load it up.
To the bridge! We have to help them!
Hanish is getting absolutely shreked. It's alright. Don't stab your fellow soldiers. Okay, that seems fine.
Here's their leader.
What? This boy?
You should show a little more respect, Divish. You'll need it when you kneel before Istvan.
Oh, now the pup shows his teeth.
Istvan, you say? Not Sir Istvan? Or Lord Toth? Just how intimate are the two of you?
I know him. He's Eric, Toth's captain and right-hand man.
Finally, some good news. Shackle him and guard him closely.
Gonna have to interrogate him, I think.
Those bastards want to destroy our trebuchet.
Aren't we like far away like crazy? Yeah. Are those the bad people? Yes, they are. How fun it's practical distance from Whiterun to Riverwood, yeah. It is. Nah. So bad at life. Come on. Just disrupt them. The guards will do most of the work. Come on. Come on, we've got this. Just get rid of them. Oh, I stabbed the guard in the face. That was not good. He just ran into it though. There's nothing I could do. Freaking bandits. Absolutely everywhere. Some of them are pretty good as well. The guy's dead.
Well?
The damage isn't too serious.
So we can shoot.
Not just yet.
Sir, what are we waiting for?
You've heard his threats, Robard. Do you want him to kill Radzik and my wife? We have to consider all our options.
And it would be a shame to destroy the castle, too. But how do we get that rat out of there?
Sir, I might have a solution. What about exchanging hostages? He was the captain at Vranjik, and he brought Istvan's reinforcements here. He seems to be on very, intimate terms with Toth. He might be able to tell us something. And he might even be as valuable to his lord as Lady Stephanie and my father are to us.
You're your father's son, by God.
You're a godson, lad. You're right. We'll interrogate this whore, son, and then decide what to do next. Come to my tent when you've rested.
I'm gonna have to repair our gear. It's gonna just take a minute. I think we might run out of tailor kits though. There's no way to get more around here. Yep.
Stop talking, or make your peace with God. Greetings.
So,
What do you need?
ready for intimate relations with Henry too, but on a different level. No, it's not it. Okay.
Well now, Eric. It is Eric, isn't it? Looks like the boot's on the other foot this time, doesn't it?
Fuck you.
You need to change your tone. If you start being nice, you might just come out of this alive. So now I'll ask you a few questions.
Should have properly washed.
Carefully about how you
This is a speech thing. Charisma thing, yeah.
Who is this Toth?
He's an orphan, same as me. The Turks killed his parents, so he started killing Turks. Sigismund needed men like that, so Istvan ended up in his service.
How did you meet him?
What's that got to do with anything?
What is he after?
Are you really that clueless? To destroy Wenceslas's allies. You.
How many men does he have in the castle?
How should I know? There were nearly 70 of us at the beginning, but there's probably not even half left. But that's still more than there ever were in that castle. More than enough to defend it.
Who does he take his orders from?
Are you stupid? He works for Sigismund.
Listen to me. Toth has hostages in the castle, and we have you. So, how about an exchange?
Do you take him for a fool? Do you really think he'd give up the only thing he has that stops you from attacking? He'll never accept an exchange.
You better pray he will, for your own sake. Because once we attack, you'll be worthless to us. And what do you suppose will happen to a worthless bandit? I won't waste any more time on you. You could have saved yourself, but apparently you value your master's skin more than your own.
I don't need to save myself. Istvan will save me. And he'll kill every last one of you.
Why should he save you? He'll sacrifice you, just like everyone in Vranyik and Pribislavic. You're nothing but a common bandit.
You don't know anything. He'll come for me, and anyone who lays a finger on me will pay dearly.
Now I'm curious. Why would he care that much about you? Could it be your lovers?
You'd never understand.
For a while there, I thought we'd get nothing out of him. But in the end, he spilled his guts.
I thought you were much too easy on him. But it seems your approach was the right one. Well done, lad. Anyway, it's clear that young fellow is no ordinary brigand. And he believes Toth cares about him. We'll just have to see if the bastard cares as much about him as Divish does about his wife and you about your father.
If Todd ever gets you back, he'll be finding you much closer than before. I don't think he wants a better situation now, does he?
Just how much Toth values our hostage. Do you want to parley with him yourself?
I think you should just kill him.
So be it. I'll do my utmost.
Sodomy is not really looked upon kindly in this period. So, you know. I don't think Todd has to care about that particularity of his favorite stable boys' well-being, physically speaking. I'm more thinking like Robart's gonna come in there and start peeling off his face.
What is it? Did our neighbourly visit catch you unprepared?
A little, but we've settled in nicely. And this fellow is enjoying our company so much, we simply can't get rid of him. It seems we are in similar situations. Perhaps it's time to send our respective guests home.
Not a chance. Do you take me for a fucking fool? Be warned. If anything happens to Eric, I'll let every manjack here have his way with this bitch, and I'll dice Kobila into goulash meat.
Nobly spoken, your grace. And for all I know, you may have done that already.
Divish, I'm sorry.
Greetings, friends. Fear not, Lord Toth is treating us like royalty.
They're unharmed, as you can see. But don't try any tricks or they won't be for long, Hanush.
It seems your lord doesn't place any great value in you, boy.
Go to hell.
I'm sorry. It looks like it's not going to be that easy.
Well, at least we know they're alive. I didn't expect much of it anyway.
He won't harm them as long as we have this fellow.
Which means you can get on with the siege, right? Probably.
Well, friends, what do you suggest?
I'd say we have no choice but to attack.
It's a great risk, Robard, with Stephanie and Radzig inside.
I know how you feel, sir, but Toth is no fool. They are his last safeguard. He will do nothing to harm them until he is sure of victory.
Would you be saying that if it were your wife inside?
Or your father?
Well, let me point out that we have no choice anyway. We don't have enough supplies to keep men here for weeks, while gangs of brigands and Sigismund's army roam the countryside. Toth won't agree to an exchange, and even if he did, we'd have to let him go. With all his men, he'd be a thorn in our sides till Judgment Day.
Sir, a message has arrived.
Oh, what is it?
Margrave Jobst is approaching with his retinue and wants to speak with you.
Jobst, you say? All right.
What is he doing here?
Who's Jobst? Jobst of Luxembourg is cousin to King Wenceslaus and Sigismund. He's the Margrave of Moravia.
Only a year ago, he was collaborating with Sigismund and the League of Lords.
Yeah.
He betrayed King Wenceslas and his ally Prokop. Now, he's changed sides, appointed himself the leader of the rebellion against Sigismund, and wants to liberate Wenceslas.
Whichever way the wind blows.
Nevertheless, it seems the decision is made for us. We don't want Jobst camping with us in front of our own castle like a band of gypsies.
I'm afraid you're right, Hanush. All right. We'll let the men rest a while, and then attack. Come to me when everything is ready.
Okay. Is he in the camp? He is in the other camp. Okay.
Yeah.
He's here. Okay.
I'm glad you came.
At your service, sir.
I'm about to give the order to bombard Talmberg. And since it's mainly thanks to you that we still have a trebuchet, I think you should have the honor of the first shot.
I'd be delighted.
To smash my castle? I can't say I share your enthusiasm.
Sorry, sir. I didn't mean it like that.
There's nothing to it. The men will load the trebuchet. All you have to do is pull the lever.
Well, I suppose I could manage that.
Then we'll bombard Talmberg for several days. Sir Robard will explain what comes next. Goodbye.
Yeah.
the trebuchet!
Need to wait on them to load up the stone, I think. They'll have to pull it back so that the sling arm is down here on this trough, and then they will take the stone, put it here on the sling, and then it's gonna fire. I'd say the model is pretty well done.
Huh.
Just spawned in the stone. Okay. Looks incredibly heavy for a one guy to hold that. It's also there's already stone in here. It's just gonna place it the same sling. Okay. It's done.
Divish said...
Sir Divish.
Sir Divish said you tell me what happens next.
Aye. We're going to watch Istvan shitting himself.
That's all?
For a few days at least. So if you have anything to attend to, now's the time. Just don't forget to come back. Good luck then.
Few days, right? 2-day bombardment. Now, do we have... I don't think we have food. And I need a tailor's kit. So I think we might as well... Do we have money? We do have some money. Let's go and get some food and tailor's kit. If the quest hasn't changed. I should talk to him again. I think we helped the siege camp already quite a bit. I can't get the potions.
I'm here.
Can't you see we're still bombarding?
Is something the matter?
A few of them have taken to their heels. If they stop in Kutenberg, I'll be glad enough. But I fear they may have other plans.
If those were the best of Istvan's men, they could be lurking in the woods. They'll probably wait to attack us at the worst possible moment.
My fear exactly. I won't breathe easy until Toth is hanging from the gate. But in the meantime, I'll be glad to know the woods at my back are clear. Can I count on you?
Of course, Sir Ivar. Would you like me to bring back their gear as evidence they're dead?
That's not necessary. I trust you, Hal. You don't even have to do the killing, just let me know where you find them and that'll be that. There's no need for you to get hurt in the process.
Oh no, I will deal with them.
Take care.
Okay, We are currently here. Let's go to the left. Rather, let's take a look at the map again. Alright, there's the lake and then that. So it's over there. Did I find it? Oh, it's here. All right. At this point, money is really not that useful. So we won't collect the gear, but let's take the valuables at least. Didn't weigh much. If only we could find some other stuff. I'm actually gonna take that hair, I think. The item. Let's take a look at our energy levels and nourishment. Yeah, energy is depleted. I'm gonna have a nap. Yep. Bandits. All right. It was supposed to be clear, but whatever. I guess one of them was patrolling or something. The other bodies disappeared as well. Somehow. Let's eat the meat. Where are the other camps? So we've cleared this one, which means to Tamberg, and then across the quarry in the trees, and then there. I'd actually like to wait until it's morning, so I can actually see. think the closest one is going to be above the quarry on the other side, actually.
Yeah.
Siege camp. Need to go this way. That's the woodcutter's camp. She's right here, so beyond in the woods. I think their camp is gonna be over here.
You're in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Okay, that was not great. He's done.
What the hell was that?
The answer to my...
He had some pretty good arrows, not like we are running out, but might as well take that.
Well now.
No surrender. Come on. I think one of them at least is has spotted me and is just constantly running away. It sometimes does happen with the archers. Let's take a look here. I think I saw another sentry. No, it doesn't look like it, but I'm sure I heard a voice. So there's probably one guy that's like constantly running away from me when he spots me. So let's get him a minute until he gets back. Then we'll try to shoot him, or maybe even chase him with a sword. Key is we need to notice him. Let's give him an hour, I guess. We'll have to watch it from a distance. I think that might have been all of them. It feels like there should be one more, but just can't find him anywhere. It's fine. So let's take a look at the map. If it is indeed marked off, yes it is. Now we need to go across the quarry. So let's go this way. They're probably gonna be at the overlook. Oh, we are fighting. That's not gonna go too well for them, I don't think.
You're dead.
Just when I wanted to
There you go. Some of the guards stayed here from Kobila's encampment, so they just got absolutely shreked. I think that's all of them. Let's head back. Should have gone that road, but it's too late. Just go around. It's a guard sneaking by for some reason.
I found all of their campsites. The rest of the woods are clear.
That's a relief. Now let's relieve ourselves of this accursed Toth.
God be with you.
Need to wait another day. Just give it a couple of hours. Then he'll eat something, then he'll sleep, and then in the morning it should be 2 days. Wash. It's not great, but you'll eat it. Overeat. So in the morning it's gonna be spoiled for sure. And I'll try to have a nap. Someone might kick us from the bed, but we'll see. Oh no, I got teleported somewhere. Oh. I don't think the inn is functional, no. I can get some food easily if you just go this way. There are some beehives, I think. You can get some honey. You could do this from day one, basically. I never did, but you could even get some money from the honey. It's not terrible for early game selling. And it's free food and it also gives you a little bit of energy. So it's really good. Let's throw away the cooked rabbit meat. It's already starting to be spoiled. Let's get them a couple of hours to wake up.
I'm here. Can't you see we're still bombarding? You came too soon.
Okay.
See you later.
Another full day. I mean, it sucks, but there's probably very little we can do. I could just try to at least find some other food in the forest, so let's get like a mushroom or whatever, cook it, sleep, wait, and then it should be done. Problem is the Ujitsu words are not really great. Okay, I guess you'll take more meat. Oh, so Robot is expecting me now. Curious. Couldn't have been in the morning, could it? Okay. I'm gonna be tired though, now I need to nap. And save the game. So Robot is gonna have to suck it. Too bad for him. Should have been reasonable and tell me when the day started, not in the evening. I think the food might be spoiled again. You'll see. If that's the case, that's fine. We can just drink some potions. It just threw me somewhere again, okay. I just lost to do that. Looks like I can still eat the meat.
Yeah.
Since Sir Divish's colours still aren't flying over Talmberg, I suppose we'll be attacking.
Just so. That Istvan's a stubborn bastard.
Alright, when do we start?
There's no reason to wait. Are you really ready? If you need to rest or anything, we can still wait. You won't have another chance until we've won the day. Or until your final rest.
I'm ready.
Glad to hear it. We're going to attack on two fronts. The North Gate and the West Wall, which will scale with ladders. The attack will be split into different stages. Taking the outer walls, the inner bailey, and finally the core of the castle and the tower.
How are we going to attack the gate?
We'll try
Talk
to do
about
as
the
much damage
things.
as we can with the trebuchet first. Keyser claims he can even hit it directly. Even if that's true, we'll have to charge through a downpour of enemy arrows all the way to the portcullis.
Portcullis?
Fortunately, it's wooden, so we'll be able to break it down. But dealing with the defense in the bailey won't be easy.
And what's the plan for attacking the West Wall?
First, we have to get men to the wall with ladders, which is no easy matter under fire, so we'll need as many men covering them as possible. As soon as the ladders are in place, our foot soldiers will run up and try to scale the wall. Once a few of them get to the battlements, we should quickly gain the upper hand.
How will we take the battlements?
Either by scaling the west wall, or our men at the gate will help. If they can break through, that is.
And the inner bailey?
That will be tough. Even if we get through the gate and into the outer bailey, we're still a long way from victory. The castle is designed so we'll be like hens in a coop to anyone with a bow on the inner battlements. We'll have to either fight our way through, or somehow get around them.
What about the living quarters?
There, I'm worried most about the hostages. Once we're inside, Istvan will know defeat is inevitable, but we'll still have to fight for each and every room.
I think I've heard everything I need to know.
Do you want to join the attack on the walls or on the gate? Remember, many of the Skalitz men will follow you. It could make a big difference.
I'll help with the attack on the walls.
I'm proud of you, Henry. You've changed from an insolent pup into a tough, reliable fighter. And as God is my witness, we will kick those whore sons' arses.
A village lad and an old soldier? This fan must be shaking in his boots.
If he's not shaking, then he doesn't know what he's got coming. Just one last thing, though. No matter how good the plan is, something always gets fucked up. Keep your eyes open and take advantage of every chance. Help your comrades, and don't go rushing in where you're outnumbered. We have to take the castle gradually, one position after another.
I'll remember that.
Good luck to you, stripling.
Good luck to you, old soldier.
See you later.
I think we'll scale the ladders, most likely. That's what Henry wanted to do. I had no saying in the matter. Give me the sword instead. Didn't do ourselves any favors. One would think we would climb between the merlons, but no. Okay. Okay, they are everywhere around me. Let's be careful. We should get more money here soon. Just need to hold. Get absolutely trashed. Yeah, getting reinforcements here. Good. They have him. Sweep the walls. Bad people. Oh no, be careful. No. Here's a warhammer. It's pretty nasty. Okay, can we take a potion? I don't suppose I can take a potion or repair my gear. I think this guy is... Yeah, we need to kill him. The other guy. It's not dead yet. Now he is. Good. Let's continue then.
And now from the south!
More.
Charge them from the rear!
At least we have a couple of guys with us, but it's not a lot. Let's be careful about the stamina. I need to stab this guy. Come on. Deal with them. It's a counter. The guards made it. Let's raise the portcullis. We cannot, okay. It's probably already breached. Inner bailey? Yeah, okay. It's a lot of bad guys again. No. Not bad.
Sir, we should give the order.
Let's see if Istvan Toth can worm his way out of this one.
Don't tempt fate, Hanush.
Istvan! It's over! You want us to come and get you?
I wouldn't advise that. Your friend Divish wants to see his wife alive again.
And Sir Radzig? Are both hostages unharmed?
For now, Hanush, unless circumstances change.
I'm glad to hear it. My guest is also safe and sound, but he's also quite keen to go home. I imagine you feel the same way. It's been a long time since you warmed yourself at your own hearth.
I'm in no hurry. I've plenty of supplies here, grand view and excellent company. What more could I want?
Your freedom!
Freedom? Freedom to get an arrow in the back?
Sir, we're all noblemen here. All bound by honor. I give you my word as a knight and lord, and that of my companions. If you release Lady Stephanie and Sir Radzig, you may leave the castle with your men and go on your way unharmed.
And just how far will we get? What good will it do me if your men attack us in the woods instead of here?
If you give me your word of honor that you will leave and never return, I promise you safe passage to the boundary of this fiefdom. What happens after that is up to you and the will of God Almighty.
Very well then, but I want a small safeguard. I'll give you her ladyship, but Radzig comes with me. I'll release him in Skalitz.
Out of the question! Is our word not good enough for you?
Is mine not good enough for you? I swear I'll release him when I get to a safe distance.
I'll go with him, Hanush. Let the Lady Stephanie have her freedom now.
Father!
Don't worry, son. I trust Lord Toth's self-interest more than his word. He wouldn't be fool enough to harm me.
If you're certain, Radzig.
Prepare horses and supplies, and tell your men to pull back. We'll come down.
You heard him. Get to work. And any man who breaks this truce answers to me!
So, are you really going to let them go?
My word is my bond, Henry.
He's a cutthroat and a liar. Good men are dead because of him. What's to stop us from skewering him as soon as he sets foot outside?
Our honor!
If you let him go, he'll do the same again. Or worse.
God's justice will find him. Then, you'll get a taste of my mace.
If we break our word of honor, we have none. And without honor, we are nothing. Never fear. Your father will be all right.
We'll hunt down those vermin yet.
Bring the horses.
Here she is, as I promised. Not a hair on her head harmed.
Divish!
Stephanie.
Forgive me, husband. I'm sorry.
For what?
For letting them into the castle.
Oh, come now, my dear. You're not to blame.
I didn't know who he was. He said he was your friend.
Never mind.
Did he hurt you?
No.
I hope your word can be trusted.
Certainly more than yours.
If everything goes as agreed, I'll set Radzig free in Skalitz. If anyone tries to follow us, I'll kill him.
We won't.
My apologies for keeping you from your father, but you'll see each other soon enough. Oh, I almost forgot. Your sword. I expect you'll want it back after all the trouble you went to. Actually, you know what? I think I'll keep it. As a memento.
This isn't over. I'll find you!
I look forward to it. Yeah!
Quick! To the battlements! We have to see which way they go! Oh, they really are heading for Skalitz. Mount up, Henry!
You've heard what he'll do if we follow them.
We're not going to follow them. We just have to collect your father. Or do you want him to walk back here when they release him?
Alright, almost done. My armor and clothing is all trashed, so there's no way to buy a tailor's kit. It kinda sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you think? Will Toth keep his word?
Yeah. Noble, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So am I.
So Radzig will be there.
The way you found Toth, sneaking into Brannick all on your own. Well, what I mean is, hats off to you now. You wouldn't catch me doing that.
Truth is, I didn't think much about it. I just felt I had to do it.
Yeah.
What will you do now?
Not long ago, I only made plans 3 days ahead at most. Maybe I really could do something for Rattay and its people. Something really big. But there'll be plenty of time for that later. Yeah.
What should I say to him?
Don't worry. It'll come to you. You'll see.
Well, I just hope he'll be there. Alive.
This is quite a turnaround, isn't it?
What do you mean?
How long have we known each other? A few weeks?
Something like that.
Before that, I was chasing wenches around Rattay and you were digging turnips. And now look at us. A pair of veterans.
I was an apprentice blacksmith, not a turnip digger.
Same difference, you silly.
There's no sign of them. Move on.
There!
I'm glad to see Istvan kept his word, sir.
Not half as glad as I am, Your Grace.
Well, we kept our word too. And now Toth has had his head start and he's fair game. Which way do they go?
To the north, but I would be careful, Sir Hans.
Fear not, Your Grace. I have twice as many men as he. Well, I won't keep you any longer. I'm sure the two of you have a lot to say to each other.
Let's go!
You alright, Father?
I am. They treated me quite decently. Although they did steal my horse, so I'll have to go back on foot.
It looks like it's all over.
Not by a long shot. It won't be over until we get this mess cleared up.
And catch that bastard. How could we let him go?
Would you rather we killed him? Even if it meant Lady Stephanie and I died too?
No, of course not. But what was to stop us from killing him after the exchange?
Honor?
Honor?
If the word of honor of a nobleman could not be trusted, then he would never have agreed to the exchange.
And where's the honor in abandoning your son?
You know how it is. We were young. It happened. And I couldn't marry a commoner. Then your father, Martin, came along and took care of both of you.
He knew it.
What? That I was your father? Certainly. He was a great man. He took you as his own. And always kept an eye on you. Of that you can be sure.
I know so little about his past.
He told you nothing? Oddly enough, even though you don't have his blood, you're very like him. When he was around your age, he became bored of his trade and set out to see the world. He lived through many adventures, even fought in a war.
In a war?
Yes, in Poland, I believe. And I don't think he cared much for it.
That's why he wanted me to stay at home.
He spent some time in Prague, then settled in Kuttenberg. But it seems he quarreled with someone there and finally ended up here. You know the rest.
I loved him, but even so, I somehow always had a feeling I didn't quite fit in.
It was in your blood, I suppose.
I lost the one thing I had left from him. Your sword.
Ah. The sword. It's not my sword. It's yours. For a moment there, it was so near, yet so far. Oh, well, it can't be helped.
It was almost within my grasp, but just then I had something else on my mind.
Well, I think we may yet have a chance to get it back. This business with Toth is not yet over, unfortunately.
That's a chance I'd welcome. Not just to get the sword, but that bastard Istvan too. And then I'll find that German whoreson who torched Skalitz, and I'll slay him with it. I'll never forget his face. Or his name. Marquardt von Aulitz.
Those are noble intentions, son. But don't forget there are other things in this world that are worth living for.
Like what?
Look around you. Blue skies overhead, green grass underfoot, beautiful girls. Good wine, a few good friends, and a fine steed under your backside. Those are things worth living for. Though I can't deny that swine who killed your mother must pay for what he did. But it's better not to dwell too much on that at the cost of those other things. On the subject of steeds, I think we'll have to ride like the Knights Templar.
How's that?
2 up. One day I'll tell you how they got their seal. You can take the front. It's like I always imagined it would be, teaching my boy to ride. Although it would be better if you were a little smaller. My word, it's all go today, isn't it? I wonder who this is.
I think I know. It's Margrave Jobst.
The king's cousin? I wonder what he wants. I guess we'll find out soon enough.
Alright. There's gonna be an epilogue, I think. And they might be working on a second game or whatever. But that's quite far away, I think. As far as the long play is concerned, this was the longest one to date, I believe. It really took a long time to finish the game, and we did skip like a third of the side quests. We didn't do much DLC either, so yeah, you could even get more out of the game if you play it yourself. The only issue I have, really, is the economy can be broken very easily. So after it happens, like 3/4 of the game, I cannot like get any upgrades or anything like that. So it feels like you're just getting through for the story, which is good. But still, some more in-depth economic system or more gear would be nice. Gonna have to skip that. Is this where we will get judged for what we've done? Probably, right?
Doing well, son.
Father.
Come now. You know whose side you.
That doesn't matter now. I miss you, Amar. I miss you very much.
You'll be fine. We're proud of you.
For what? I let you down. I lost the sword. I let that bastard get away.
Don't be so hard on yourself. There was nothing you could have done to save us. And someone has to live and carry the torch. As for the sword, it's just a thing.
You didn't want me fighting. Now look at me.
Standing up to evil isn't the same as sowing its seeds. You did what was right.
Hey, Frankie.
I have to leave you now.
Oh, please.
You know I can't stay.
Did it end when you leave the fiefdom, or was there the small cutscene in the other castle? I think we still have to watch the conversation with the Obst, Margrave of Moravia. And then it's properly over, because you can continue the game after it happens.
Make her proud.
Finish any DLC or whatever side stuff you missed. So this is just the end of the story itself.
Don't go. No. What on earth were you dreaming about? I couldn't wake you, and it's well past dawn. Sir Radzig wants you at the upper castle. The lords are in council with Jobst.
Right. I'll go straight away. What is it?
It's just... I don't know how to address you anymore. All of a sudden you're Sir Radzig's son, hobnobbing with lords and ladies. And here's me, as common as muck.
Oh, give over, you idiot. Do I look like a lord to you?
Not really. You're as much a lord as I am a nun. And I've never looked good in a habit.
Get out of here! Or I'll have you clapped in the stocks.
Except it's not a joke. Okay. Let's just get our gear, I guess. We need to see this final thing, and then we can do the long play vote. I will have to put together the list. So, you know, that's gonna take a couple of minutes. Oath is an oath. What about our gear? We have it. We are incredibly filthy, but that's fine. Just washing the trough. I don't really want to go to the bathhouse. Come on. Upper castle, right? Yeah, I think so. We've also got a bunch of perks, but there's no reason to unlock anything anymore, I don't think. Okay.
Ah, Hal. Are you going to the meeting with Margrave Jobst as well?
I am. What about Istvan? I assume...
That we didn't catch him? No. Because if we had, you'd be the first one to know. Have no fear. We'll get him eventually.
I hope you're right. Anyway, let's go and see what Jobst wants from us.
So there we go, final cutscene. I don't think we can interact in any way.
My lords,
it doesn't have arms.
Oh. And on you, Lord Capon.
And this is my son, Henry.
I didn't know you
Still
had a
loading the
son,
texture.
Sir Renzi.
It came as a bit of a surprise to young Henry, too.
This gentleman here is John II of Liechtenstein, a member of my council.
I'm honored, gentlemen.
Come join us. Margrave Jobst was just about to tell us the reason for his visit. Your Grace.
I'm sure we're all agreed, Your Graces, that all this unrest must come to an end. This kingdom needs a king.
Question is, which king?
My cousin, Wenceslas IV, who is being held in captivity.
I have to confess, my lord, that your answer surprises me a little. If I'm correctly informed, until recently you sided with your other cousin, Sigismund.
That I cannot deny, and I have always stated my position plainly. But times have changed.
How have they changed, Your Grace?
Sir, there is one thing on which we undoubtedly concur. That King Wenceslas, unfortunately, did not inherit his father's gift for governing. Sadly, his failures have cost Bohemia, the nobles, and our whole Luxembourg family a great deal of money and effort.
How did the king let it go so far, damn it?
It's in his temperament. He cares only for wine, women, and the hunt. A king, in fact, who never wanted to be king.
Then why didn't he just let his brother have the crown?
Young sir, the crown weighs heavy when there are duties to be performed, but to surrender it means giving up great privileges too.
But he did surrender power to his brother. When things started getting out of hand, Wenceslas appealed to Sigismund for help in restoring order.
What, you're saying Wenceslas invited him here?
This is starting to make my head spin.
Actually, it makes sense when you think about it. Sigismund wanted to re-establish the power of the whole House of Luxembourg. He thought if he helped Wenceslas win the imperial crown, in return his brother would help him become the king of the Romans, and leave the actual reign of Bohemia and the empire to him. Sigismund would govern, while Wenceslas could carry on doing what he was best at, enjoying the life of the imperial court.
Why wasn't Wenceslas crowned Holy Roman Emperor long ago? He was already elected king of the Romans. All he had to do was go and let the Pope put the damn imperial crown on his head.
Who knows? Maybe he'd prefer hunting and consorting with bathhouse wenches to spending time with the Pope.
Well, so would I must admit.
Sigismund's plan seemed sound enough, but it didn't quite work out, did it?
It worked for a while. He and his brother reached an agreement. Sigismund took over administration of the kingdom and began planning Wenceslas's journey to Rome for the imperial coronation. But then Wenceslas realized he would just be a puppet with a crown.
I must say, Margrave Jobst, Wenceslas and Prokop behave rather like naughty children in need of a good clout about the ears.
Sigismund would agree. He was already planning his rule of Bohemia, and all of a sudden, the rug was pulled from under him. I'd say he lost his patience and decided he'd drag Wenceslas to the coronation kicking and screaming if he had to. Just like a naughty child, as you say.
So he abducted him and your brother Prokop too, if I heard correctly.
Correct.
And you helped him do it, if I heard correctly.
Yes, your graces, it's true. I was there when Sigismund abducted Prokop. I thought everything could somehow be settled, that we could make my brother see sense. But Sigismund just wanted to put an end to the dispute once and for all, whatever the cost. There was nothing I could do to stop him. And that's one of the reasons why I'm here. The worst of it is that it was all for nothing. Instead of putting a stop to the revolt, it escalated it, and the result is this chaos we have today.
That's true enough, sir. But I must admit now, I'm not sure what your position is. The king is incompetent, but we must protect him?
The simple truth, gentlemen, is that for all of Wenceslas's faults, we have no one else.
So we'll have to make do with his idleness.
People like him, though.
But what can we do? Sigismund has the League of Lords behind him. Otto von Bergolf, Heinrich von Rosenberg.
The situation has gotten completely out of control. Now even the nobles of the League of Lords are realizing that Sigismund wasn't the right choice.
So now Bergolf is on your side? Are we to assemble an army together with him and face Sigismund on the field of battle?
We're not in Hungary now. Such affairs may be settled elegantly, without unnecessary hostilities or expenses. I have negotiated an alliance with the Hungarian bishops, the Polish, and of course the Czech nobility, against Sigismund. Every day he is losing the ground under his feet, and that's why I need your help too.
What kind of help, though? Sigismund has a massive army, and Rosenberg, Berghoff, and Prague are behind him. Do you have an army you could face him with?
But that's not what I mean at all. There's been a revolt against Sigismund in Hungary, partly due to my efforts. And now he'll have to choose whether he wants to gain the Bohemian crown, which is a very risky enterprise, or hold on to the Hungarian one. He can't have both. And there's a tough struggle awaiting him in Hungary. I'm not sure he'll win, and Rosenberg and Berghoff know it too. They're not stupid. If the Bohemian nobility stands together, they will turn.
We are men of little consequence, Margrave. Radzig here lost everything because of his alliance with Wenceslas. Sir Divish came within a hair of the same fate. Even Rattay is defenseless against Sigismund and the League of Lords.
What's more, Your Grace, King Wenceslas languishes in captivity in Vienna. He can't rule too well from there.
And what do you propose? To sit with your arms folded till the Bohemian lands are turned to ashes like scarlets? We have to put a stop to this senseless war.
And do you know, sir, what the true position of the League of Lords is?
I'm not on the best of terms with them at this moment, so you'll have to ask them yourselves.
Yes. Why not? I'll go and visit Berghoff at his castle and we'll see what he tells me.
You know, that's not such a bad idea, young sir.
True. Though a little risky.
I doubt Berghoff would harm a blue-blooded envoy. And you can find out what he has to say about developments and what the League of Lords is planning. Then we'll decide what to do next.
I'll help you compose a letter to him.
I'd like Henry to come with me.
Why not? He's proven himself an able investigator, and he'll also be a good bodyguard if anything should happen.
And I'll send Sir John here to Kuttenberg to be my eyes and ears there. I believe both your reports will help us get a better grip on the situation.
When can you set out?
Just as soon as I've packed my things.
Excellent. Margrave Jobst and I will draft a letter. Get ready, and we'll meet back here.
Okay. Need to talk to Hans as well, and that's gonna be done, I think.
I expect it would be best to write it in your name as Lord of Lipa.
Quite so, Margrave.
What
Talk to your
exactly
father.
am I to write?
So, it looks like you're off on a mission.
Yes, I can't wait.
I don't want to dampen your spirits, my boy, but watch out. These are evil times, and who knows what can happen along the way. Not to mention that Bergov is no saint.
Don't worry.
I know. You've shown you can fend for yourself, but do take care. You'll be traveling as Lord Capon's bodyguard. You'll be there to make sure nothing untoward happens to him. Keep your eyes peeled and your ears wide open. What Bergov tells you is one thing, but what you see may be quite another.
Rest assured, Father.
And don't get embroiled in anything else. Just hand over the letter, hear out his reply, and return.
Yes.
Very well. Bergov is at Trotsky Castle. I think you'll find it quite an eye-opener. It's one of the finest castles in the land. It's 3 days' ride from here, so unless you hit a snag along the way, you'll be back soon enough. Any questions?
This is history, basically, right?
That's about all.
Don't really want to spend more time on this
Take the
right
letter
now.
from Sir Hanush. And good luck, son. So what do you think?
Pick up the letter from Jobst, okay.
I didn't know anything about Jobst.
I believe we have written it well, gentlemen.
Without a doubt. No one could deduce from this whether we are Sigismund's allies or foes.
I must travel back to Brno now, but soon I will go to Brandenburg and I will stop here on the way back. By then, Sir Capon should be back and we can discuss how to proceed.
Right. Before you leave, my lord, there is one thing that gives me no rest. Why did Sigismund come as a foe? It makes no sense.
If I may, sir, I think I can explain.
Oh, please enlighten us, young sir.
I live not far from Hungary, where Sigismund reigns. It is a savage country, and the constant war with the Turks has hardened the people. They need a monarch with an iron hand. So when Sigismund felt the wind of revolt, he reacted as he would at home. Only what works on the Hungarian nobles does not work here in Bohemia.
Bringing order is one thing, but slaughtering and pillaging with a horde of barbarians quite another. What purpose does that serve?
But Sigismund did give the Bohemian nobles a chance to take his side. It was only when they refused his ultimatum that he lost patience and took to the sword.
As for the barbarians, he could afford nothing better. The Hungarian nobility would gain nothing from joining his campaign in Bohemia. He didn't have enough coin for a regular army, and so he recruited the Cumans. What he does not pay them, they make up for in plunder.
But in the end, he didn't have enough to even satisfy the Cumans. That's why he raided Kuttenberg and Skalitz. He wanted the silver.
That makes sense.
My lords, how's the letter coming along?
It's done.
Then we can be on our way.
Now remember what we said, boy. All you have to do is deliver the letter, listen to the answer, and come back here. Don't provoke Berghoff in any way.
Provoke? Me? Never, Uncle. We'll be back in a few days. Farewell, your graces. Come, Henry, my men are waiting.
I wish you Godspeed.
Good, I take Russian. Congratulations, you've completed the main storyline. If you like, you can still embark on side quests and activities, or just wander the world. You can end the game anytime afterwards by writing off the map with Sir Hans Cappon's squad. Okay, can we talk? Maybe after he's outside.
Oh.
So, can we set off now, Henry?
Yeah, we could have told Divish that Přemyslavec is restored, but that's so far away, I don't want to deal with it right now.
Of course. I can't wait.
So, to horse! The Lord of Bergov is bound to be waiting us eagerly.
As I said, the long play has been going on for long enough. For the first time playthrough, I would recommend doing everything, but this is not my first. So, just feels like a slog at this point to finish every little side quest and thing.
So, how is life as a highborn bastard?
I'm getting used to it.
What about Rodzig? Has he accounted for not owning up to you the whole time?
He explained it. All will be well, I think.
Glad to hear it. It's far more acceptable for a nobleman to befriend a noble bastard than a blacksmith's son.
Mind you, don't come to blows with a blacksmith, my young lord. What do you think about Sir Jobst and his plan?
Well, I admit all the scheming has me a little lost. I thought Sigismund was the devil, Wenceslas a martyr, those on his side the heroes, and those against him the villains. I believed we'd rescue the king and all would be well again, but now it looks a lot more complicated.
Exactly. I didn't expect the noble lords to be as noble as the angels, but I hadn't expected such a sewer. They behave like children.
I can't fathom how after all this backstabbing they're somehow still on speaking terms.
I don't know either. Beggars belief. Did you know that King Wenceslas is such a
feckless drunkard? Not really. And to be honest, I'm not sure I wanted to know. I slept better believing my fate was watched over by a wise and powerful monarch.
So did I.
What a dismal world when you can't keep trusting your own king.
On the other hand, times were better with him here than with him gone.
Isn't that the truth?
What do you think of Sigismund?
If I were him, I'd have had enough of my brother even sooner.
But he's a monster. Look at what those hordes of his are getting up to here. What he did in Skalitz.
True enough. On the other hand, if Wenceslas and Prokop hadn't double-crossed him, none of this would have happened.
No one forced him to burn Skalitz.
That's a fact. But he couldn't let them shit all over him either. Not that I'm defending him.
He's a weasel.
No doubt about that.
Do you know anything about Prokop?
Ha! Sir Hanush could tell you a thing or two about him.
Why?
Last winter, a certain Sir Jan Sokol of Lamberg, a well-known knight, or robber baron to some, tried to occupy the city of Iglau, which was on the orders of none other than Prokop.
And what has that got to do with Hanush?
Well, he was there with him. Of course, that's not something to brag about in front of Jobst.
And what was it all about?
They wanted to occupy a city that was on the side of the League of Lords, but despite there being several hundred strong, they didn't take it. For one thing, they couldn't get past the Iglau women. with their pitchforks and cauldrons of hot water.
I would never have thought of Sir Hanush as such a rebel. And have you heard anything about Rupert of the Palatinate?
A little. He can't manage even to wrest power from a king who doesn't much care for ruling and isn't fighting back. That doesn't seem like a man who has what it takes to rule. And that's all I need to know.
And that Berghoff we're going to see, do you know anything about him?
I haven't heard much good about him, but I have a feeling that some other nobles are quite in awe of him. And his castle is apparently quite impressive. I'll be interested to see for myself.
And what about the League of Lords?
Wealthy, pompous. The king doesn't seem to like them much. He's chosen to let the lesser ranks of the nobility into his circle, men like your father. I admit I don't blame him one bit, but the lords weren't happy about their lost influence, so they put the foot down. If I were Wenceslas, I'd have let them hang after they abducted me the first time. But he gave them seats at the provincial council? Little wonder they're back at their old tricks.
No! You watch where you're going to now. You nearly killed me.
So we are at Neuhof. We'll be leaving the map soon, I imagine. Neuhof, if we take this road, we'll be leaving soon. Somehow we lost all the retinue. How is that?
Yeah! Learn to ride a horse, idiot! God bless you. What troubles you?
Well, young sir, what now? Shall we ride boldly forth to adventures new?
I never took you for a romantic soul. But as it happens, a romantic soul is just what I need by
That's
my
a
side
DLC.
right now.
What, here? Now? Aren't we leaving?
Ah, that's just the thing. Here we are, about to ride off into the unknown. Well, who knows what fate has in store for us? What if we should fall as heroes on the battlefield? How could I depart this world with a quiet heart, never having known true love?
I'm a little worried about you, sir. Aren't you getting overheated inside that armor?
Look, I can't just go off and get my head chopped off somewhere without first winning the heart of the girl I love. So are you going to help me or not?
Well, affairs of the heart are what I do best. I'll be glad to help you. So what do you want me to do?
You, Hal, shall be my messenger of love.
What?
Okay, let's just skip it. I'm not doing this DLC.
What happened? Oh,
It's one of the worst, but yeah, no, so we already saw the credits. This is done. It's just you need to travel here and then everything's done. Save and exit, and that's gonna be it for KCD. And I'm gonna do a long playboat in about 20 minutes, so I'll post an announcement into Discord when that happens, and until that time, see you.